Coming to you live at 5, together with Twitch once again to bring you some juicy news, ladies and gentlemen. I just felt like I have to talk about two topics in today's video. First of all is this tank right over here, which looks very weird. Yes, this is American Tier 9 heavy tank with a 6-shell auto-loading gun, but it has more things or maybe less things to offer other than just this one over here. Actually, more things we need to talk about over here. And what Wargaming is saying about this is meet the H3. Yes, this is the name of the vehicle, H and 3, two characters, let's say. A brand new Tier 9 American support heavy tank that is now available for testing, I guess, for the Super Des players. This vehicle features a powerful 5-shell auto-loading gun, delivering an impressive 2000 HP of potential clip damage. But each shot dealing 400 with a 6-second intra-clip reload. So, yes, we have an auto-loading heavy tank with how to say, like CC1 and Minotauros type of intra-clip reload, because I think this is the second longest intra-clip vehicle besides the Italian tank destroyers, if I am not mistaken. And this is how this tank looks like as well. I also have first characteristics of this H3. We're going to take a look at that now. And what else we're going to cover, guys, is another version of the Swamp map, which is coming to World of Tanks. Swamp is coming back to World of Tanks, and this is the second iteration, and they did some very big changes around this corner, southwest corner of the map. Basically built a city over there. But we're coming back to that in a second, because first of all, we need to take a look at this, what is going on over here. So it looks, from it's like a Kranvan's cousin from America, American cousin for the Swedish heavy tanks, especially how the gun system and everything, turret shape, and the back of that looks like, I guess, the ammo feeding system. My guess over here. Support heavy tank H3. 400 alpha, as I said before, 515 HP. With high explosive, 248 standard AP round, and APCR is 304. So for APCR, definitely not the highest APCR penetration, but it's plenty, let's say, for auto-loading guns. 60 with high explosive. Shell velocity numbers, decent, I would say quite standard decent over here. 28-second reload for 2000 alpha, right? This is actually for, let's say, 2000 alpha clip. This is very extremely fast reload for that, but just like the Minotauro, just like the Italian tank destroyers, they have faster full clip reload because the intra clip reload is longer than on average. We have 6-second reload between shot, so you can empty your clip in 24 seconds after your first shot. Clip size 5 over here. The gun handling honestly seems very good. 2.2 second aim time, dispersion at 100 meters is 0.33, which for a gun like that is actually very good. Now it depends how good the hidden stats are, hidden characteristics, like the stabilization on the move and turret rotation and so on. If those completely suck, it destroys the tank, like straight up destroys the tank. You can have those values very good, but if your dispersion on the move and turret and hull rotation is, let's say, 0.20, 0.25, it's very bad. Feeling tank, let's say. Now, it looks like it could have a lot of gun depression, but this is not the case over here. It has 7 degrees of gun depression, so it is not going to be extreme. You're not able to get extreme angles, just like on Kranvan, for example, or Emil. 40 shells it can carry as well over here. 8 clips in total. Mobility 46 and 16 moving backwards. 16.9 power to weight ratio and 1050 horsepower engine. So this is quite a junky boy, guys. This is quite a junker of a tank, because if you look at the power to weight ratio and engine power, means it has some metal on it, right? 36 and 36 hull and turret rotation speeds over here. Mobility-wise as well, nothing bad to say. 46 and 16 backwards is very, very solid for a heavy tank. We have survivability. So now, let's see if this turret has some armor as well. We have 1,700 hit points, 140, let's say, hull in the front, which has giga slope, like the upper plate. Let's take a look at the pictures over here again. Yeah, the upper plate is out of bounds. I guess the driver hatch over here is going to be a weak spot. Do we have some other? Yeah, this definitely should be a weak spot. Like, you are not able to penetrate the upper plate. It has out of bounds angle over here. But the lower plate, if the lower plate is 140, you know, everything is able to penetrate it if you're able to see that. But now, if the hull is so weirdly hidden, like overall this vehicle looks very weird. The shape of it is super weird. Yeah, it's like very low profile hull and tall turret. Chunky turret, right? So what about the turret armor then? We have 222, so the turret armor value is not that crazy. I guess if it is 222, this area gets penetrated easily. The upper area, of course, is going to bounce. The sides are going to bounce. The turret sides are going to bounce as well. But it has some flat areas in the front, so that could be a weak spot. And plus, of course, let's not forget. I mean, how can you miss that, right? How can you miss this? It has a secondary turret on the top of the turret, just peeking behind the main turret. You really can't do that. Okay, miss that, I mean. We have DGR Habon said 300 pen under the gun, 300 armor under the gun. There is a model of this, but the model on Dezrng was a tier 10 version with different armor values. So I'm not quite sure what you are looking at right now. 390 meter view range. It has decent 4 crewman setup, commander, gunner, driver, and loader. And this is H3, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, autoloading gun. It's a little bit different autoloading gun on a heavy tank, but I would say to have 6-second reload. 6 seconds. This is the 6-second reload what you cannot buff, and also you cannot nerf. You know, if you get stunned, this doesn't nerf it. If your loader is dead, this doesn't nerf it, guys. You always have 6-second intraclip reload. You can't buff that. You can't nerf that, pretty much. So it is. If you use it as a 400, let's say, single shot gun that has 6-second reload, that is in tier 9. That is actually pretty damn good, guys. That is, I would say, pretty damn good to have like 6 seconds available all the time for 400 alpha. And as I said, those gun values look good, but if the stabilization sucks, the gun is going to completely change, or the tank is going to completely change as well. So yeah, it looks weird. Could be very strong, right? Could be very strong. And it has, for the tier 9, like, let's say, decent penetrations as well for what this tank is, basically. But please let me know what you think about that yourself. And let's move on to the second topic in the video, which is Swamp. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another iteration of Swamp. I want to keep this map open over here so we can see what exactly is going on and which areas we're talking about. So this is Swamp 5, 5th location, and let's keep this on the side over here. So this is the middle. They are showcasing over here the middle area. This is how the Swamp looks like now. It was removed, as they said in their official statement as well. It was removed with update 1.0, and this is the second iteration, and it is 1000 by 1000 meter map now. So pretty big map going on over here. We have a couple pictures from the middle section of the new Swamp. A lot of bushes, a lot of little bumps, so I can already see how ELC, because ELC is just such a tiny tank, you know, it can basically hide inside every single bush, or all tiny light tanks can hide every single bush over here, and try to blind fire the ELC that you cannot see, you cannot predict where this guy is. Well, good luck with that. So moving on, this was the open field. Now we are talking about position 4s over here. Those are for snipers, I guess, and for scouts for spotting as well the field. One side and the other side over here. Now, some changes on this portion of the map in the middle, but the big changes will become over there. You will see that in a moment. Lighthouse. This is how lighthouse looks like. You can get up there. And you can gain some RT cover over here, like a little overview position, some crossfire angles potential. But of course, you know, like with every single map, how it plays exactly, we need to jump into the battle and test it ourselves. Some OG hill action. Who remembers this hill? This type of hill, let's say, from the old swamp, and the other side has exactly the same thing. And in the center, yeah, this is pretty much a kill zone. So this is a kill zone. If you get spotted over here, most likely you are dead, but there are ways to be sneaky, right? There are ways to be sneaky. But now, talking about his number 2 section over here, the south east corner. It is 1000 by 1000 meter map, but if you look, a lot of it seems to be unplayable at the same time, right? A lot of it seems to be unplayable at the same time. And here you can see that they basically built a city over here, or a village, you know. You can go up here. It's like the Himmelsdorf castle, Himmelsdorf fort up the hill. You can get up here. Yep, kind of reminds me of Himmelsdorf. And from here you can shoot town as well, whatever gets spotted. So gaining control over here, gaining like full control up over here, some bushes also. That could be very strong. But this city over here we did not have before. This is the second version of the swamp, and previously they just added a couple of houses, some bridge action, but now it is like this will be a heavy fighting area. Side scraping, heavy fighting area. Yeah. Like a city, different heights, different terrain over here. Hull down vehicles, dominate his position. You can run away, RT cover. It looks, actually this area looks quite interesting. You know, it's so polarizing, it's so different. You have like a completely different isolated fighting area for the map. You can get away from the middle and you can get into the city or into the village from the middle as well, for both sides. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, how Swamp looks like. The new Swamp 2.0, maybe we can call it. Yeah, 2.0. And the second iteration. Yeah, this looks interesting, but the open field, I don't know what I think about that. This is Nightfest over here, right? Whatever tries to make a play middle, they can make some big plays, but if they get spotted, it's a kill zone. It's a full-on kill zone. And another view from this side. Yeah, you can see a lot from up the hill. So taking the hill seems also be very, very important. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Swamp and H3 in today's video. Let me know what you think about those things covered, and thank you so much for tuning in. Much love for watching. I will catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, take care, and bye.